Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. My name is Sifu Bryan. I'm a North Bryan Mantis Kung Fu teacher with 30 years experience. Welcome. It is the 19th of July 2020. Welcome to my weekly quotes. So, let's get straight to quote. There is no greater virus than fear. Abraham Hicks. Most definitely. Love this quote, and I think it's so appropriate in this day and time that we're living in at the moment with the virus and so forth. So there is no greater virus than fear. And what's been happening to us over the last 3 months, and we've been bombarded with fear of the virus, fear of death, it's been terrible. This media has been absolutely terrible, and I think they need to be held accountable for the amount of fear they've put into people over something that has been declassified lower than flu by the WHO and by the UK government and also by the CDC. So this was declassified back in March, April, and it's official on their website. So why do they plant so much fear into people? And also you've got 99.9 recovery rate from this. So why has it been marketed as this deadly virus? But by all means, people have been dying, but they've been dying of underlying health conditions. So a lot of the deaths have been, unfortunately, in the older for the older people. But going to Professor Michael Levitt, I spell his last name, Levitt. According to this professor, he goes on to speak about an epidemic starts low, then goes high. He also goes on to talk about how they should have dealt with it, which is, he said, what they did was to isolate children who were not at risk. And as we know, children were never at risk. So, but everyone was being isolated, and the healthy was being isolated, which was like, I'm scratching my head thinking, why are you isolating healthy people? Now he goes on to say that we have only slowed down the herd immunity, because a lot of doctors and scientists are saying that a lot of people have probably got herd immunity now, and that's probably backed up, I should say, by the deaths, mortality rate. Deaths have gone down in all countries around the world. They're plummeting. Actually, the media isn't even bothering quoting about deaths, because every day they were quoting this death, that death, which again was promoting fear. It was like they were frightening the UK population and the world into submission to, you have to believe that this was deadly. And this is not true. In a lot of countries now, they are seeing that a lot of these numbers were inflated. And even here in the UK, I think I saw something where they want to do an independent inquiry, as they believe the numbers were highly inflated. But they're not telling us anything new, because for the people that don't listen too much to the mainstream media, because we know they're deep state, a lot of it we go onto the social media, the internet, to get the real information, because the mainstream media will never tell you the truth. Remember about the weapons of mass destruction, and we went to war on that, and they pounded us every single day. Disgraceful. These media people have got a lot to answer for their disgrace. But anyway, he also goes on to say, Professor Michael, that about herd immunity. Then he talks about and put the older people at risk. So he was saying that because we've been isolating everybody, it slows down that herd immunity, and it puts the old people at risk. They should have kept the businesses and schools open and isolate the elderly. Common sense, it should have been. It should have been, because we saw what happened in these other countries. That was more than enough information to deal with this properly. Then he goes on to talk about, he says the virus has gone. Why do we need a vaccine? Because it's here for 2 to 3 weeks, then it's gone. Yeah. He also goes on to say people are developing antibodies. People are getting infected. The virus gets into some cells, and the cells are expressing some of the virus DNA on the surface. It's being read by the immune system. The immune system takes about a week to create antibodies. The antibodies combine against the cells and expressing the RNA or DNA. Then the cells gets all killed off by the immune system, which is causing the symptoms of a sore throat, cough. So it's the immune system that deals with it. And so even if you've got a half healthy immune system, it's enough to can deal with this. Because again, 99.9% of people overcome it. Yeah, so this doctor, you know, do your own research and so forth into this. I had to do my own research, because I got to admit I was in fear for the first 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, oh my God, you know. But when something frightens me like that, I've got to research it, and I've got to look deeper into it. And that's what it did. And in me doing that, it gave me more confidence, and it gave me more assurity that it wasn't as deadly as the mainstream media was trying to say. So I like this and so forth. What else is there? What else is there? So is there a bit of time? Yeah, I mean, there's so many different rabbit holes you could go down. So many. But anyway, before I forget, don't forget to like, share and comment. And of course subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. But again, going back to this quote, there is no greater virus than fear. Abraham Hicks. So a lot of doctors are saying it's about your immune system, strengthen your immune system, vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc. All these things are known to strengthen your immune system. You don't hear the media talking about it. You don't hear WHO talking about it. You don't hear Bill Gates talking about it. But these guys are just interested in vaccines, so they're not going to talk about it. So they're saying that nothing should go back to normal until we get a vaccine. But as the professor says here, this flu is here for about 2 to 3 weeks, and it goes because our immune system deals with it. So why do we need to change our whole way of life for something that's going to disappear? And it shows by the mortality rate, the death rates, by everything going down, down, down. So yes, fantastic. But this is a fantastic quote. I would say, guys, strengthen your immune system. It's about being positive. Don't be in fear. Fear lowers your immune system, and they know that. That's why they're plastering you with fear every single day. But once again, you know, I think another fact, I should say, that people in the UK, the death rates on a normal die every day. 1,600 people die normally in the UK. 1,600 people. There was a flu back in 1968, 1969 called the Hong Kong flu. 80,000 people died in the UK. They didn't shut down the economy like that. They never shut down the economy. People got on with things, you know. So we've got to put these things into perspective. There's a lot of scientists and doctors coming out now, but unfortunately there's been a lot of censorship going on on the internet. Now, if this was so deadly, you wouldn't need to censor doctors, you know. Doctors, you're censoring doctors because it's not going to the mainstream narrative. That is a disgrace. So I think voices have to come out. More people's voices got to come out. We've got to talk about these things and get it out there and wake up the people, wake up the community. But there's nothing to be fearful about, and that is what this quote is about. Do not fear. Alright guys, get fitter, get stronger, be happy, be joyful. And on that note, and laugh a lot, because laughter is fantastic, it's great medicine. Great medicine. So guys, on that note, I will catch you guys, I hope next week. I've not been very weekly with my quotes, but hopefully next week. And we'll rock and roll. So guys, take care. Stay blessed.